Hiya folks, and welcome back. We finally made it to my favorite Karakuri Christmas present for 2025, and after 7 videos, we finally made it to the end. If you just joined to check out the #1 video, I don't blame you. But here's a link to go back and check out the first in the series so you can see how I'm rating these puzzles and see all the great puzzle boxes that got us to where we are. But the #1 spot this year goes to Shou Sugimoto, who's produced several different holiday-inspired Christmas gifts throughout the years, including one of my personal favorites from last year, and he's done it again this year with what he's made. This year continues on with the holiday-inspired puzzle box with the Christmas present on the roof of a house. We have a chimney here, but I always enjoy the puzzles that do have this holiday-inspired motif, and for the appearance, I'm going to rate this one as a 4. I think what makes this the #1 puzzle for me is that it doesn't just excel in one category, but it's a well-rounded puzzle box all around that excels in several different categories. So let's move on to the solve.
Solve begins in 3, 2, 1.
If you spend much time looking at the puzzle box, you notice at the bottom there is this extra lip, and there is some movement to this bottom piece right here. Right away, it's pretty clear that this is the shelf that needs to be removed, so we need to then focus on what's going on at the roof. So very quickly, I determined that the top of this puzzle can be slid off. As always, the seams are very fine, so it may not seem like this piece can slide off, but it certainly does. And underneath it, we see the top of a Christmas present that can be removed. And such great attention to detail with the ribbon and the bow on this Christmas package. So really love that attention to detail. But since we know that the top of the present can slide off, it also stands to reason that the roof can be slid off, which is exactly what happened. And I found these two steps very quickly, but I struggled with the rest of the puzzle. So I enjoyed how some elements were very easy and some were not. But when you remove the top of the roof, you have this piece here which acts as a spring-loaded button that you can press down quite a bit. And you can see behind the spring-loaded button there is a pin right behind my finger, and that pin is what held the magnet in place. It's a pretty long pin, and I thought for a while that that could be released as a tool, but that didn't end up being the case. Once you realize this button can be pushed down, your first reaction is to see, is this the mechanism that's needed to unlock the shelf? Sadly, it's not. So I then spent some time trying to free the pin, trying to position the puzzle box in different directions to think maybe that impacted the solve. Nothing happened there as well. So then I came back to this piece that was removed earlier and found out that this fits perfectly in the chimney itself. You can press down on it. And so I thought maybe you needed to slide this over in place, left or right, to a hidden button, or maybe this needed to be pressed in a certain way. I tried everything but the right thing. Finally, I came up with the correct solution after I had exhausted all my other options. What you need to do is you press down on this gift and then seal the chimney with this piece that was removed earlier. And you want to make sure that the magnetic piece catches the pin after you do this. And then can you open up the drawer that's been locked in place. After doing 8 videos for this series, if you'd like it, it would greatly help me out if you liked or subscribed if you're not already. But inside we see the top of another Christmas present. This one is glued in place. It's not going anywhere. But this is how you solve the present by Shou Sugimoto. As far as the solve is concerned, there's just so many cool elements with all the different pieces that you remove. Some steps that are easier, some steps that are harder. Using this as a tool. Initially I thought that was a magnet and was trying to see if that would unlock anything. Using the spring-loaded button in the chimney. Just so many great elements to this puzzle that for the solve category I rated this as a 4.5. And for the fun category, very similar for the reasons that I said before, I rated this a 4.5 as well, for a grand total of 13. I hope you enjoyed this series as much as I enjoyed solving it and putting it together. I'd love to know what you think is your favorite in the series in the comments below. What did you like best? Was it the snowman? Was it the helicopter? Was it something else? I'm really curious to know what you think. But as always, thank you so much for checking out these puzzles and making it all the way through the end if you viewed all 8. Until next time.